Tommy Thornberry, The Homework Labyrinth.
Tommy Thornberry had the wildest imagination in all of Maplewood. At least that's what he told himself. He could turn a pencil into a sword, a notebook into a spell book, and his backpack into a treasure chest filled with knowledge. But Tommy had one small problem. He absolutely hated doing homework.
Tommy, no more excuses. You need to finish your homework before you do anything else.
His mum called from the living room.
No video games, no TV, no fun until it's done.
Tommy groaned as he slumped into his chair. He stared at the thick packet of math problems and reading assignments in front of him. The numbers swam on the page, and the words blurred together. "Ugh, this is impossible," he muttered, tapping his pencil on the desk. "I'd rather be anywhere else right now." As soon as he said the words, a strange sensation washed over him. The room darkened, his desk trembled, and his papers fluttered into the air like birds. The walls stretched higher and higher until they twisted into a maze of endless stone corridors lined with giant sheets of paper. The words from his homework floated in glowing letters, twisting and shifting like living creatures. Tommy blinked in shock. He wasn't in his room anymore. He was in a massive labyrinth made entirely of homework. "Where am I?" he whispered. A deep, echoing voice boomed from above.
"You have entered the Homework Labyrinth. To escape, you must answer the questions correctly. Only those who master their lessons will find the way out."
Tommy's heart pounded. He turned a corner and found himself facing a towering stone door covered in glowing math problems, a stone gargoyle with gleaming eyes perched above it.
"Only those who solve my riddle may pass,"
the gargoyle said in a scratchy voice.
"Solve this. What is 8 times 7?
Tommy gulped. He knew this. He squeezed his eyes shut and tried to remember. 56! He blurted out. The gargoyle's eyes flashed and the door creaked open. Tommy stepped forward, but as soon as he did, the ground beneath him shifted, sending him sliding down a long, twisting tunnel of numbers and equations. He tumbled out onto a massive chessboard where a knight made of paper stood in his path.
You may only move forward if you complete the sentence correctly,"
the knight declared.
"Choose wisely."
A floating sentence appeared in front of Tommy, but there was a missing word. The cat. On the windowsill. Tommy read the 3 options: sit, sat, and sitting. Sat, he guessed. The knight nodded and stepped aside. The chessboard tiles shifted, forming a bridge that led deeper into the labyrinth. Tommy raced ahead, dodging falling punctuation marks and leaping over rivers of inky letters. But just as he thought he was getting the hang of it, the floor crumbled beneath him, and he found himself trapped in a swirling vortex of unsolved word problems. "No!" he shouted as he spun through the air. He flailed wildly, trying to grab onto something, anything, but the numbers and words flew past him like a whirlwind.
"You cannot leave until you finish your work,"
the voice of the labyrinth whispered.
"You must try harder."
Tommy took a deep breath. "Okay, think. I know how to do this." He grabbed a floating question from the air and focused.
"If Jack has 3 apples and buys 5 more, how many does he have in total?"
Tommy quickly did the math. 8! The answer is 8! A golden light surrounded him, and the swirling vortex slowed. He grabbed another question and solved it. Then another, and another. With each answer, the maze around him began to fade, the walls turning back into ordinary paper, his chair reappearing beneath him. Whoosh! Tommy gasped and looked around. He was back in his room, sitting at his desk. His homework packet lay in front of him, untouched. But now He wasn't afraid of it anymore. He grabbed his pencil and started working furiously, eager to finish before the labyrinth could return. A few minutes later, his mum peeked in.
Wow, Tommy, you're actually doing your homework without me asking twice?
Tommy grinned. Yep, I had some motivation. His mum smiled.
Well, finish up, and you can have extra dessert.
As Tommy worked, he glanced at his notebook, half expecting it to glow and pull him back into the labyrinth. But it stayed perfectly still. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he spotted something. A faint golden shimmer flickering on the edge of the last math problem, just like the glow he had seen in the Cluttered Kingdom and the Sink of Secrets. A low, knowing chuckle whispered through the air, sending chills up Tommy's spine. It wasn't the voice of the labyrinth. It was something else. Something that had been watching. Waiting. His fingers drummed against the desk. The Grime Kraken, and now the Homework Labyrinth? His pulse quickened. Are they all connected? For a brief moment, the numbers on his paper rearranged themselves into a symbol he didn't recognize. Sharp, swirling lines with a strange energy about them. And then, in the blink of an eye, they were just numbers again. Tommy rubbed his eyes. Had he imagined it? He pushed the thought aside for now. One thing was certain. Homework would never be the same again.